Hey guys, it's Angela Wolf here. Welcome to our weekly show Behind the Scenes. Today, I have a lot to talk to you guys about, but mostly about fabric organizing and a few other things, of course. So, welcome to the show. If you haven't been here before, say where you're from. Even if you've been here before, say where you're from, say hi. I always like to go back and see who was on here, even if I missed your comments live. So, pop in, say hello, tell me what you've been working on. I have been watching the weather diligently in North Carolina because I have half my family there. So for those of you that are down there, I'm hoping that your houses are safe, your fabric's safe, your families are safe because it looks like a lot of water. So my sister is actually going to pop in with us today because I had a couple questions for her anyways, but she's down there and she'll give us the update in Wrightsville Beach because that's where they have a house down there. So hey guys, I can see you all rolling in. Okay, so before I get going, can you hear me? Hearts? All good, volume's good. I think we've got everything here. So, okay, what are we gonna do today? First, I wanna show you the ScanNCut. I have it here just for like 2 days. I have to send it back to somebody. I borrowed it for a blog post. I'm gonna show you a feature right over here. I have hooked up the Luminaire, my brother. I wanna show you something on there. I haven't given you a full tutorial on that because I've been using it nonstop. But first of all, both of these machines, all I have to say is, are so quiet. I can't believe it. The ScanNCut, I had to like double check it was even cutting, and then it said it was done. And I thought, you got to be kidding me. That machine, when it embroiders, it's amazing. But I want to show you the projector part. I'm working on a really cute project for fall, for a blog for brothers, so I will let you in on that. And we're going to talk about some fabric storage, and I have a lot of dates for you to save on your calendar. First of all, while you guys are rolling in, I see you all. I see the hearts. Yes, Sandy's back in Venice. I see you all rolling in. Hello, hello. Okay, Wanda, I just see this question pop up, so I wasn't even going to start with that. But Wanda, I will answer your question real quick. Suggestions on where she can go to get her measurements done. Well, Wanda, it's not very difficult to take your own. So all I can say is, I don't know what measurements you're trying to get. If you're just trying to get around like the full bust, the waist, and the hips, you can really do it yourself. I'm not going to give a demo on that right now because I'm wearing a skirt. But if you need help, find a neighbor. That's all I can say. Anybody have any suggestions for her? Because I'm so used to doing it myself. Now, it's awkward. Like your back, your neck to your waist. You know, that's a little odd. The main thing is just to try to keep yourself standing straight. And don't bend too much. So I just saw that pop up right there. So by the way, some of you guys have been sharing some of the best photos of organizing. So my first organizing last week, you might have seen this on Instagram. Here we go. There's the serging corner. I started to put up my thread. I still have a ton more to put up there. I left that wall over there empty at this point because I'm either going to put more thread and run it over or put a bulletin board. I'm not sure. But these little tables are so cool. I'm going to walk back here and show you these. I found them. Okay, so you can find, you know, I use all horn cabinets. Well, I needed a couple small, inexpensive, quick tables. So check these out. They're on wheels. I have all of the manuals for every serging, all my sergers. I have different sergers over there. I have my blind hem machine. Every drawer then I can put in the manuals for each serger because every serger is different, stitches and things like that. All the decorative feet go in those, and it has wheels. So if I want to move that table next to here where I'm working right here on this big horn cabinet table, I can just pull it next to me and serge away. So that was my big buy for the week. Where do you get that table? I think it was very inexpensive. And yes, you have to put it together yourself. Unlike my beautiful horn cabinets that came assembled and have like the nice electric lift. This was just something simple that will look good in the studio and not take up too much room. So I added it to the Amazon page, and I can leave the link here for you on that. I bought these at Joann Fabrics, but I had a 60% off coupon, which made it about the same price as Amazon. I think it was $89, regularly $200 or something like that. It took me about 2 hours to put together, but that included a couple coffee breaks, phone calls, things like that. So Fortunately, this is one of the first things I put together in a while that actually used a screwdriver. I cannot stand it when they send you an Allen wrench this big and expect you to put an entire table together. It's not really good chickified, if you know what I mean. So those are the two big additions to the room this week. I have together my dress forms from Joe, the thread. Hopefully by next week I'll have more. So what would you like to see first? Do you want to see the ScanNCut or the Dream Machine? And then I'm going to bring my sister in here. Sandy said, with that cup, it's got to be the longest. I think that's hilarious. I'll bring you up here, Sandy. She says, with this cup, it has to be the longest coffee break ever. These are awesome. Yeah, and this one doesn't have the Christmas hat on it. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to bring you over here and ScanNCut. Everybody says ScanNCut, you both. Okay, I think we're tied. So I'm going to show you the ScanNCut first. But while I'm doing that, mark your calendar. For those of you that pop in and you don't care about either of these machines and you're going to pop out, mark your calendar. I have decided to do it again, the birthday bash. We were going to do it in May, like a half a year, but I ended up too busy. So I am blocking off the week of my birthday again to do a sew along every day. It's either going to be a sew along or sewing. I'll let you know in advance what I'm going to be sewing. Those new patterns, God forbid, are actually going to be launching around the same time. So hopefully right before that so we can all sew together. I have a few other things to show you too at that time. So mark your calendar for the week of November 29th. It's the week after Thanksgiving. So, of course, I would never do it the week of Thanksgiving. We're too busy. So it starts on Monday till Friday. Of course, you can keep going. I think last year we kept rolling all the way through December, but that is the week. We're going to have special giveaways every day, Facebook Live every day, a couple fun things in the group for the private group. So mark your calendar, get your sewing room ready. Even if it's not even organized and clean, get your sewing projects in hand. This year, I'm going to make a list of the things I'm going to sew. Excuse me. Can you tell I just ran back here? That's why we're a little bit late today. So I had a board meeting. But I'm there. I'm breathing. So anyways, that week we're going to sew every day. I think it's going to be awesome. I know some of you actually took off work, which was really funny. I thought that's pretty cool. So mark your calendar, the week of November 29th. I have giveaways for you from a lot of our great sponsors. You know, the companies that I use here in the studio are offering giveaways to you. So I will keep you posted on that. But in the meantime, just mark your calendar. The other thing that I need you to mark your calendar for, I told you, for those of you that wanted to watch the Brother Sews News channel. Well, it's not the channel. It's Brother Sews News live with me. And I will be bringing guests on. We're going to talk about what's new with Brother, maybe special deals that are going on at that time, discounts, what the dealers offer, events, a whole rundown of the news. It'll be about twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month if there's something exciting going on. And we have listed the lineup through January 1st. And so far, all of the dates are on a Tuesday. The time is yet to be determined, but Tuesday, October 16th is the first date. So mark your calendar for that too. You can always watch the show later on too. You don't have to watch it live, but this should be really fun. And wait till you see the lineup of guests that we have coming on. So those are your 2 big news pieces. Very exciting, very exciting. So everybody's saying, yay, the birthday sewing week is back. Kay says, yes, it is back. I'm so excited for this, Kay. Last year, I ended up with like a ton of clothes. I was so excited. So I saw somebody ask about my top. This is the Delilah. If you haven't seen me wear it, I actually didn't wear it much this summer because I ended up wearing tank tops every day. So this is the Delilah out of an ITY knit. I don't know. I might still have this on the website, this ITY knit, this color. But if not, I have some other fabric on there. Everybody's saying, yes, yes. Michelle, yes. Too bad you're not here. You and Julie could stop by. Michelle is in North Carolina. Hopefully you did not end up with any flooding. And Janet says, yay, she can't wait for the sewing week. I just can't wait to get those crazy patterns out. I've been sitting here staring at them. They're just waiting for a minor photo shoot. That's it. Yeah, but that's all right. This week, you guys all know that I will be meeting you in Virginia next weekend. So, all right, let's peek at the ScanNCut. You ready, guys? So I'm going to bring you over here so you can watch this. I'm going to ask you for the hearts so you can see, and I'm going to just move my stuff around. All right. How is that? I think I'll stand up and I can see better. All right, so this is the new ScanNCut. The one you've heard us talking about that's crazy quiet. I think I actually have it plugged in, yes. But first, I just want to point out a couple things. I just got this in the mail, so don't ask me a bunch of technical things because I don't know that yet at this point. But one thing that we've all been asking for, check this out. Storage. Yes, yes. So I've already been playing around with this. You still have your spatula and all of the things that you use for the ScanNCut. You have 2 blades. Let's see if I... 1, 2. One is for thicker items, one's for thinner. The big deal with this, though, is it's the automatic cutter, which I said I'd have to see it to believe it. I'm going to just have to confess I believe it. I tried it yesterday. So these are great. And then in here, this includes all of your, because you know you can draw with this thing too, which is cool. This has all the pens, and then this has the drawing. Did you even know they had this? This is so cool. So this is where you put the pens and you can draw, scan in an item and draw it. So, all right, that's the rundown. Here's a few more things on here. Now, some of you asked me the one on HSN last week. I have no idea what the difference is. I could find out for you, but I don't know. So here was something else that I noticed on here that I really like. Unless I didn't. Did I unplug it? Probably. No, it's going on. All right. Can you guys see okay? I'm rolling up to your comments real quick here just to make sure. Oh, yes. Okay. There you are. Hey, Judy says she has a November birthday too, by the way. I can't remember if yours is the same as mine. So this thing is so quiet. So what I've been working on is a centerpiece for fall. On here, this scrolls. It has the roller feed, which is really neat. I don't have that here right now. And then the other things I brought in, I wonder if I even still have it in here. Maybe. I think I deleted everything, so I'm sending it back to my friend today. It has Wi-Fi on it. And actually, hold on one sec. I'll go get it. I didn't hook it up to my Wi-Fi because I didn't want to screw up somebody else's machine. But so I put a letter on this USB, and I'll just show you exactly how this worked. Same way as your other ScanNCut, where it just goes on the side. It also has a computer attachment in there. See it? There we go. All right, and the mats are different, just a little bit. You can see down there. The mats are a little bit different because these are geared for this automatic cut blade. So here's my fabric, just a piece of cotton. I put a little bit of Ultra Bond on the back. Ulta. Put that down here for a second. That's it. Nothing else. I didn't use a fabric sheet on here because this Ultra Bond is fine. I'm trying to make appliques in case you're wondering what I'm actually working on. Push this on the sides. Yeah, can you hear that? I am going to put my mic really close to it because you won't believe how quiet this thing is. All right, let's find one of my... Okay, this is what I've been working on. Let's do another F. So can you see that on the screen? I don't know how. There you go. And I'm turning it into an applique. I'm just doing the outline cut, I should say. Okay. Set. It gives you a lot more options this time, I noticed, than the previous one. I like the screen. It's matte finish, just like the new Luminaire. And, oh gosh, you have so many options. You can keep adding things. You can edit. I'm just going to scan in the mat so I can see my fabric. Can you hear how quiet that is? Yeah, if you have one of the older ones, it doesn't even, you're wondering if it's even working, for heaven's sakes. Now that's pretty quiet. All right, so on the screen, it shows me that my F is about right there. You won't be able to see that, I don't think. Just wanted to make sure it's on the part that has Ultibon. Oh, that's good. Now this part's cool. Can you see the screen? Click OK. And you need to select what you want it to do. Cut, draw, embed. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on. You gotta love that. I don't even have my glasses. I think that says foil, which is very cool. Oh, is there more? Oh yeah, there's more. Oh, and then the roll. Those are the rolls. I'm sorry. Yeah, I definitely need glasses when I'm reading this. Okay, cut. I'm also reading it upside down. I'm sure that doesn't help. All right, that's it. So all I have to put is start. I've already tested it, so I don't need to test. But did you notice the test button was right there? You don't have to do it at the beginning. Okay, seriously, can you hear that? I'm going to keep my mic over here just to get really close. This thing is crazy quiet. When it finished yesterday, I did fall, obviously, if you didn't figure that out, F-A-L-L. Okay, yeah, we're done. So when I did this, I was like, there is no way. And look at that. The mat, no indentions on the mat. There's no cuts on the mat. I'll tell you what. I am absolutely no ScanNCut pro. Okay, we're gonna go with that. I learned from my good friends Julie and Cindy everything I know on the ScanNCut, but all I have to say is that I have more cut up disastrous mats from my other one because you'd pick the number. Nothing wrong with that because that's the one I still have. I'm borrowing this from one of the girls. But I didn't have to do anything. I put my fabric on there and look at how good this cut out. No frayed edges. Love this. So I can think of a lot of things. What I'm working on right now is a blog post where I'm doing, I don't know, just DIY stuff. Whenever I do a fun blog post for Brother, I try to think, what would I like in my house or my office as a decoration? So that's what I'm working on. So I'm typing out the letters fall. First, I turned them into an applique. And these are big game letters that I'm going to show you on this machine over here. I bought some burlap, which is so not me, but it's great for a table decoration. And then I bought these glasses. I'll go get it. Hold on. I found these at the dollar store. You're going to love this project. If you're looking for something fun, this would be great for a party too, by the way, if you're looking for a good party thing. All right, so here's the glass. Set you back here a little bit. See me okay? Here's the glass. These were like $1. I bought some burlap. So I measured the glass, and this full blog post won't be up until October, but you'll get the idea. You guys always get first dibs on everything. From here to here, I measure, and then I added some because I wanted the burlap to go off the top and the bottom. So I cut the burlap the same, a little bit extra, because it's going to go around the glass. And then these are going to go on here. So if there's 4 of these, I'll be able to spell out fall. Put some nice flowers in there. The decoration, I know, so homey, so DIY. Okay, so here was my letters. So if you've never used Ultra Bond on the back, I pressed this, it's like a paper, to the back of this. And then once I embroider the outline of the applique out onto the fabric, which I'll take you over there, you just pull this back, and then there's like a gummy thing on here. And you place this on the fabric and press this in place. And so your applique. So before my sister calls, since I think I have a few more minutes, Jules, if you're on here, just call back in just a second. All right, guys, can you see okay? See if I can bring you to the right spot. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, so here is the letter. Now I've already sewn this applique. This is what the letter went on, the burlap. It's just tear away stabilizer that I'll tear away. These letters are built in. Now this could be filled with embroidery, but I didn't do that. So let me just show you what letters I picked. And I also want to show you the projector card. All right, there we go. Do you see that okay? See if I can open this just a little bit more. There you go. How's that? Thumbs up. You can see okay? I'm trying to move slow so it doesn't screw you up. All right, so these letters, do you see these big game letters? These are built in on the machine, which I just love. So I brought it down here, but here's the new button that you guys might not have seen yet. I'll bring it a little closer. I'll move really slow so I don't lose you. This one right here. See that triangle? It's the projector. So look at, can you see that on here? And then if I move this up and down, I'll bring it back over here. When I move this up and down with my hand, it actually reflects that letter onto here, into this space. Can you see the green on my hand? You might not be able to see it on here because the F is already filled in. Isn't that amazing? So I can also go back over here because it's just a small box that it projects. So I bring this down and it will show me the F on there. Can you see that? So you always know where your design is going. And then these have a whole group of letters like this. See if I go home. That noise always cracks me up. It's these letters right here. So those are good for like jerseys, anything like that. But what I did is I chose one. So let's just take the A, hit set. That's the letter, but I'm skipping all of the embroidery. I'm just turning it into an applique. I brought the applique design over to the ScanNCut to cut that out. And then when I go to embroider, I'm going to skip the green, white, and the black. I'm just going to do the applique outline. Very simple to do, very easy, just a fun project. So I thought some of you guys might like to see that because I know you've been asking. I need to give you a little tutorial on that machine. I'm still learning myself on it, but I'll tell you what, it's so easy to use. It's a little different than the Dream. So I'm going to give you a heads up that there is a little bit different, but as soon as you figure out where everything is, it has everything from the Dream machine. Just some of it's moved around a little bit. I like the screen color. It's light. Loving it. So if you have questions on that, let me know. All right, hold on. We've got a caller coming in. So, hey, Jules, I'll be right there. My sister's calling in because I asked her a question. We're finished with those two machines. Leave your questions. I see a whole bunch of rolling in. I will go back and answer those. I see a lot of people talking about their birthdays too. So, fabric organizing. I am going to say that I have more fabric than I could probably ever use. And I sew a lot. So I think one of my challenges during birthday week, and then for maybe quite a few months later, is to utilize fabric in your stash. Yeah, that's never going to happen. Because I love buying new fabrics, and some of them have changed, things like that. But a lot of my fabrics aren't the things I want to get rid of. It might be for one top, or maybe I need it for, I do a lot of samples for different things, and it'll be that one color red that I need, or one color orange, and I only need a yard of it, or something like that. So I don't want to get rid of it. But I want this up here to stay nice and neat and organized. My fabric so far is looking pretty good. You can't see it because I have a bunch of TV screens up right now. But it's looking pretty good. I'll post a photo later. So I asked quite a few of you in the group, if you have ideas for fabric storage, share them, because I think that it's pretty cool. So I'm bringing my sister Julie in here. And hey, Jules, can you hear us?
Hey, Ann, how are you?
Good. Can you guys hear my sister Julie? Give her a thumbs up if you can hear her. I'm just going to bring her right in here. I think you'll be able to hear her just fine. All right, talk again. Let's make sure.
Hey, it's Julie.
It's Julie. Okay, so first off, before I go to you, Jules, Chris wants to know what is an ITY knit. Hey, Chris, do you remember at the class in New Orleans, or it was down there somewhere? I can't remember which store it was, though, Baton Rouge. I think it's like slinky, it's slippery. It's like what I'm wearing. It doesn't wrinkle. It's polyester, but it's not, it is warm. So it might be warmer than you guys want down in the South, but if you put holes in the sleeves, you're fine. So it's a polyester based. A lot of times it's a bright print. It doesn't fade, which is nice. So that's what an ITY knit is. All right, so Julie, I'm going to bring, hey, how are you, by the way?
Hey, I'm, at least I finally got the basement unflooded. How's that?
So that's my sister Julie that you guys that are in the group. She's the administrator in there. So she's the one that says hi, says what's going on, monitors what's going on, if there's any complaints, things like that. But Julie lives in Winston-Salem, right?
Yes.
And your beach house is where?
The beach, Lloyd Beach House is in Wrightsville Beach, which is just outside of Wilmington.
Wrightsville Beach, which we saw photos everywhere that it was awful. How did you fare?
Actually, the eye of the hurricane hit Wrightsville Beach and spared it as much damage. The beach north of there, which is Topsail Island, that beach got a lot more damage than Wrightsville did.
Haven't I been with you to Wrightsville Beach? I mean, to Topsail Beach?
That's where I got married that one time, years and years ago. I believe we were intoxicated.
Oh, okay. So I have been to both those beaches. And I used to go to Myrtle Beach all the time when I lived in Burlington and Raleigh. So how many of you are down there in the Wrightsville Beach area? Just like say where you are, because I know I have a lot of you are from North Carolina. So Julie had her basement flood. How much? 8 inches?
Well, we got over 8 inches of rain in the course of 20-ish hours. And so we had lots of water in the shop vac. We sucked it out and poured it out and brought it back down and sucked some more out.
Oh, what a nightmare. All right, Jules. Well, to make your day, since you already have all your stuff organized, I brought you on here because I wanted to talk a little bit about how you store your fabric. Okay?
Okay, so I don't have as much space as Angie does. Let's just make that clear. I have a little room, so that right there, the picture is a table that I bought, or a shelf that I bought off Amazon, and I think I sent you the link in your email to the actual thing that I bought. So that bottom part actually folds out and a leg pops down, and it's a table. So my sewing machine and everything is on shelves on another wall, and I can just pull it down and use it. And the closet to the left there, I actually have a double rack where I have all of my fabric hung on hangers.
Okay, so I see this cabinet. So we're gonna, for those of you that I'm gonna double say this because I can see some of you saying to talk louder. So I'll talk louder since I can't get your phone any louder. Terry says, talk louder. All right, we'll talk louder. So this cabinet,
tell you that's the first time anyone has ever asked me to speak up.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so that cabinet down below, I have it up on the screen. Is there fabric down below inside there?
That's actually where I keep my thread and things like that underneath there, as well as my smaller sewing machine.
Oh, your sewing machine's down there?
The little brother one that I got at Costco.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, so I had some girls last week asking, speaking of your brother machine that you got from Costco, asking, that they don't want to spend a lot of money on a machine, that they want to know if it's good quality. Didn't you get that for like $100?
I think I paid just over $200, and it has worked great in terms of me learning how to sew.
That's cool. And it fits under there. That's nice. So that's Julie's spot. And then I see your patterns hanging. You have your patterns hanging. And go ahead and repeat that. There's your ironing board. So this is, Julie has it's not a real big room. This is the room that I sleep in when I go visit. And I love that you can put a TV up there, though. That's kind of nice.
Oh, yeah. So in that closet that's there where the ironing board is, I have each one of my Angela Wolf patterns because honestly, they're the only ones I can figure out how to sew. I have all the pieces cut out and I attach the pieces and the instructions with a binder clip. So I hang those on a little hook there, and inside that closet, it just has a higher rack for clothing. So I bought for about $10 from Amazon one of those. It has 2 bars that go up and hook onto the upper rack, and so then there's a lower rack that it doubles up the space for fabric hanging.
I like that, and I like the fabric hanging for that. So hey, Jules, while you're on here, I'm gonna you can go through these with me. I brought up. Let me just put you back down here for a second. See if I can. Some people gave us some really good ideas this week for storage. Okay, so those of you, and all of these are on my Amazon page, but you can find these like at garage sales too, by the way. Let's see if I can bring this up. It's huge. Why is it so big? CD racks for embroidery. Now these are book racks, but CD racks are something that somebody mentioned that they put their embroidery designs on, and then someone else said that they fold their fabric. See if I can bring this up. They fold their fabric and put it on CD racks or book racks like that, which I thought was a great idea. All right, I'm going to go into the group here and share some of these photos. Some of the ideas, a lot of you said you use magazine boards to fold your fabric, which I think is really cool. That would definitely keep your things organized. Gabby said that last week too. And let's see if I can scroll down here and find everybody. Oh, you guys had some funny messages this week. This was mine. And this has been all over the internet. But if a friend tells you you have too much fabric, find new friends. That is definitely. All right, so I think they're on here is where everybody posted their photos. All right, so here's one. Oh, I like that. Amy said that Amy, this is folded on those boards, right? Can you tell, Julie, on here?
That's what it looks like. That looks great.
Yeah, I think so too. I really like that. That's so organized in those drawers. So that's one idea if you have drawers. Many of us don't have that. There's quite a few others on here. Let me just see if I can. I'm trying to make it big enough that. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Make it really big. There were a whole pile of comments on here. Here they are. Okay, so Phyllis, she said she puts hers on boards, and she got the idea from YouTube, which is a great idea. I would do that, except, well, you know what? That's really what I should do with all the fabric I'm going to store in the basement. Susan said she really tried to limit her stash. She said after her mom passed away, she donated 20 trash bags of fabric. That's a lot. So, Julie, do you want me to donate mine before I hit the bucket, or?
That would be great. I would really appreciate it. Considering the two of us will end up in a retirement home together, I don't really understand what we're going to do with it.
We could just sew. And Jude, I love this. Jude wrote, and Jude said she's having a hard time hearing, so I hope you can hear this. So I don't know. Sometimes these mics are good, and sometimes, but I see all the green lights are on, so we should be okay. Jude says that she puts hers in the floor, behind a self-made hatch underneath the roof? Underneath the roof. Behind a self-made hatch underneath the roof. I love that. That's brilliant. Jude just moved to a new space, and her space looks so cute too. Here's some more. Looks like this is with those. Oh my gosh, look how organized that is. Evelyn. Very, very cute. Julie, that would work in your place.
Okay, I really like that. I need more space. What do you think? Do you want to lobby Lloyd for more space for me?
That's really cute. Okay, so it's making it bigger. You got to love the computer. I'm just waiting for one of these days during our live show for it to do an update. You know.
That like mine did this morning?
Yeah.
So I have a question about those, though. So those little boards that you wrap the fabric around, I usually have a lot more fabric than that.
I think... What would you guys say in general, those of you watching live or even later, because we'll go back and read these? I would agree that it looks like there's maybe only a yard of fabric on some of these. And I have a lot more than that too on most of mine, 2 to 3 yards. So have any of you experimented with that, with these boards? Let's see if I can bring this down here. So there's a closet. I'm just going through everybody's. Of course, it always suggests groups. I swear the internet listens to you. Do you see this group that Facebook is suggesting that I join? Well, that's Mr. Domestic Sewing Room. I should join that. But look at all that fabric. It must know that we're talking about fabric. That's frightening.
You know, Facebook and Amazon spy on us. We're fully aware.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so here. And then here's where she has all of her fabric. I think this is Sherry. Yeah, look at how organized. That looks great. Now, she has thicker fabric than like I do. A little bit more knits, things like that. It looks like hers are just folded in there. Everybody says they're going to quit buying fabric and then they get distracted by the new shiny fabric.
Exactly. Oh, I like that, though, with all everything folded. It's you can actually see and you can touch everything, which is nice. I love being able to touch something before I decide if I want to use it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so to give all of you a laugh, and Julie, would you guys agree? And I would like a show of hands here. So you can either put a heart for yes, you do, or a laughing like emoji for yes, I do all the time. I can't believe you're even asking this. Or just give me a like if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But we've talked about this before. If you sew and you embroider or quilt or anything, this is why it's so sad that so many fabric stores have closed, because you can't feel the fabric. That's why when I get a new batch of fabric, I try to do a video so you guys can like at least enjoy feeling it through me. But do you ever see somebody at a store or out, not in a sewing location, so that person is not real excited that you are touching them? But do you ever have it where you just want to go touch their fabric or pet them? I had that happen on an airplane. I think I told you guys last year. There was this woman had the most beautiful jacket. I just wanted to go pet her. Just a little bit. She thought I was so odd. I couldn't help it. I had to touch the jacket. It was gorgeous. So tell me, have you done that? If you have, did you get slapped? And would you do it again? Because that is the big thing about fabric.
And if you happen to be in North Carolina and get charged for that, I am available.
Oh, yes, Julie is an attorney, for those of you that don't know. A very good one, too, by the way. So, I have to know. I got to know if you've ever done that. I've done it to people. When you're in a sewing show, they expect you. I mean, they almost wear fabric, so you go touch them. Like my friend up in Minnesota that has all the minky fabrics. She was wearing those cute things with the boots all the time, and you just want to go pet her. But you can't do that in the real world because people think you're a freak. But you know what? If they hung out with us, they would be fine, right? All right, Jules, I'm going to go through here and see what... Kathy wants to know, what would happen when the fabric is too small to hang? I think that's when...
Actually, I use those felt hangers. What are those hangers that we get at Costco, Angie?
Oh, the hangers from Costco. They're you guys know the velvet ones. I have like 100 pair around here, but I think I actually hung them all up.
Okay, so that's what I use. And now if it's a tiny, tiny piece of fabric, I actually have a wall of shelves that has various different things on it. And one of those little photo boxes, I fold small pieces into there, like pieces that I use for making little bags and totes and things like that. If it's too small for the hanger, I fold it up and put it lined up in a photo box.
That's a great idea. So Kathy, that's her idea. But for the smaller pieces, that's where those magazine wrapped ones are a good idea, I think.
Yes, absolutely. And that I was looking at those. That looks great, and it would fit in what I do already with it. So perfect.
I think Mom sent us that a while ago because she said, why don't you use that for packing when I pack? Which I thought that was a good idea.
Huh.
Okay, so here's one. Let's bring this up. This is Sherry, and this is another. Look at that Coca-Cola thing. That's cute. And then she has all of her patterns below in baskets. Can you see that, Jules?
Oh, I can now. Oh, my goodness. I love that.
Yeah, I really like that. And then her fabric's on top. Now, her fabric, my fabric would be on top of that, but it would be like more in a ball. It's more of a creative ball. Now, right now, I'm going through an OCD stage, which I don't even have. I always joke with you guys that I need some. I think it's coming because my fabric is folded up. Right now, my cutting table has some things on it because I'm working on this craft project. But I even swept and vacuumed twice this week. That's crazy. That is, can you believe it? That is so not me.
I don't really know. Oh my goodness, I'm a little shocked and surprised. Thank you.
Okay, Arnell says she wants to see your whole closet. So, Jules, when you get home from the office today, post a photo of your whole closet.
Oh, I will. And yeah, if I would have taken photos if I knew that I was going to be joining you today. However, I was already at the office getting some work done. So, so if anyone wants to come join me and do filing, that's awesome because I have 400 paper cuts already. So.
All right, so I see a few more questions rolling up here. I'm going to get this bigger. Oh, hey, we got someone from Belgium in here. Janice says she wraps her cottons around comic boards and puts them in cubies. That's a good idea. And Janice, by the way, last year got flooded. And you saved most of your fabric, didn't you? I think she saved her fabric and her machines. She was in the Houston fiasco.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to look up.
Well, just so you know, Lloyd's brother-in-law has been, Lloyd has a younger sister that lives in Wilmington. The beach house is in Wrightsville Beach. So everyone evacuated towards Chapel Hill, where his stepmother lives. And his brother-in-law left 2 days ago to try to get back to Wilmington. He left at 9:45 in the morning, and what's usually about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive took 9.5 hours.
Oh, goodness, that's a long trip.
Yes, and he had the 2 dogs in the truck with him.
All right, so I'm posting, by the way, while you're talking, I'm posting this. Janice asked, and Janet asked, what is the Amazon page? I just posted it in the link. It's amazon.com/shop/Angela_Wolf. Janice said she did not get flooded. They were under mandatory evacuation. Okay, good. I'm glad. But many people did. Okay, so Lynn wants to know, yes, especially embroidery, I need to see what stabilizer they use. Oh, we're talking about petting people. So Lynn, that's even worse than fabric because that would be really awkward if you want to see their stabilizer. You got to look inside the garment.
I don't recommend that.
I don't recommend, Julie says I don't recommend that. All right, let's see what else we got on here. And I see there's a few more photos. Oh, here's a couple more. Oh, Sherry has a lot of organizing tips. Let me bring this back up. So Sherry says, I have one of those. Those are like those little towers in the corner that I use for, I use little bins for cords. That's very cute. And all of her fabric is folded. Sherry, I'm going to have to say, you have a lot of fabric, hun. You got as much as we do, which is good. That means you have a lot of options. Let's see what else we have on here. What do you guys think? Do you prefer to go through your stash? I mean, I have to be honest. When I'm moving, I'm finding fabric I didn't even realize I had. I mean, I forgot about, I should say. And all of a sudden it's back. So I'm going to have fun with some of these fabrics, but there's some I look at and I just absolutely have no interest in at all anymore. So I don't know. I think I like buying new fabric. Here's another one of Sherry's. That's very cute. What is that? It's like it almost looks like a cabinet that goes in an antique cabinet that goes up on top of your dresser or something.
Oh, like almost like a hutch. Yeah.
That's what it does look like, a hutch. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'll send you a link to the shelves that I have on my other wall, but I'll take some better pictures and send them to you.
Okay, so here's some cute comments. If you're bored, you can hang on with me. If you got to go, just holler. Not that you have to work or anything. And then I'm going to bring Gail's photo up here. So this is funny. Rose says, OMG, my husband thinks I'm nuts when I see someone with fabric I want to touch. I know my thing is like my fitting frenzy. I'll see somebody with ill-fitting clothes, or it's not no fault of their own, they just don't fit well, and I want to go like pin them up and fix them up. Okay, Sandy says she has a bookcase and she used fabric boards from Joann's and put them upright, and it for only about 2 to 3 yard cuts. So that's not bad. Marcy said, sure, you guys are proud of my new space. Thank you. And by the way, hold on one sec. Let me grab something. Many of you don't live in St. Joseph, Michigan, or Bering County, which is where this newspaper goes. But I have to say, speaking of my new space, Pat Moody wrote an awesome column about me, front page. And I thought, Pat's a great guy. I've known him actually. He was one of the first people I met here in 1994. But I'm reading and I thought the story was going to end, and it goes on and on and on. And I had to pinch myself. I cried twice when I read the article. You can find it online. I'll leave a link. But Pat, thank you, by the way, if I didn't mention that. That was the coolest article ever. And plus, it was great to see you. He actually stopped here, and I was thinking he was just coming in to see how everything's looking. Oh, sorry, Jules. And he wanted to take a photo. And I'm going to have to say I had not my first, but I had a very big vain moment. I hadn't showered that day. My mom and I were moving fabric, and I said, Pat, you have to come back later because I haven't even showered, and it's looking a little scary. And he looked at me, and he said, okay, I'll come back tomorrow. So I must have looked pretty bad. Okay, here's another closet, another fabric. Oh, I love this cabinet. This is Gail. She stores her fabric in drawers, and prefers to keep things away as much as possible. That is a cute dresser, by the way. And that almost looks like an ironing board cover on top, doesn't it?
Oh, it is. It's a small ironing board. You can see the iron on top.
Oh, my computer's on the other side of the room, so from here it looks like a book. And I don't need glasses for that part. I just need it for close up. That's really cute. And look at how organized your fabric is. Gail, that's beautiful. Oh, I like that a lot.
I like the drawers, yeah.
You know, when I was driving around last week, I stopped at a resale shop, and I stopped at Restore. I didn't hit Goodwill. That'll probably be next. I was looking for some cute cabinets. Well, that's where I found those white ones at Joann's because I needed something small for the machines. And I'm trying to find something with drawers that I can repaint. Gabby has me on this painting thing that I just really want to try. Many of you asked me, by the way, Gabby, if you're on here, I forgot to text you and ask you. Everybody wanted to know what that grab it thing was. It was the paint that you put on before you painted, if that makes sense. Many of you asked me.
Like a primer?
Yeah, it's like a primer. But I think she called it grab it. So I have to find a link to that because a lot of people were wondering what that was, including myself. If you can get it at Ace or something like that. So here's another picture of Gail's drawers. 2 custom-made dressers. Oh, now that would be nice. With 4 large drawers. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, that's nice because my problem when I look at dressers and stuff is that the drawers are frequently kind of narrow and it doesn't hold fabric well.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a nice big drawer.
That's very cute. All right, we'll just do like 1 or 2 more, and then I almost have to run. But
it's okay. I also texted you a picture of my office assistant because he and I are working very hard today in the office.
oh, this is cute. Look at these. That's more drawers. Those drawers, Amy, look like the drawers that Gabby had last week, where they have where the little handle is cut out a little bit where you can reach and open. That's so cute. So Amy bought 100 magazine boards. Oh, that's a lot. I think they're pretty cheap, though. Oh, yeah, for $16 from eBay or Amazon. And then you can fold your fabric uniformly. I really like that. I think, you know what? I think I'm going to have to try it, especially with all that new fabric that I'm rolling in, because I don't have a lot of space for that. Well, I do. I have a whole basement, and it's a dry basement. And I'm turning one room into a huge fabric room. So when you do come to visit someday, you'll get to visit the fabric room. But I like the way that they're so neat and organized. Very cool. All right, so I want to open this up for a few minutes for your Q&A. If I could just get this off the screen. Maybe. Okay, so some of you asked me last week, what did you get Win for his birthday? And I saw someone on here too. I bought him, okay, first off, a couple things. I didn't forget his birthday, for all clarity, because I heard some of you were like, I can't believe you forgot his birthday. I didn't forget his birthday. I just forgot it was like the next day. I'd been thinking of his birthday for 2 months. I bought him some things in the summer. Julie, you bought him a bunch of stuff in the summer too. And we have a terrible habit of giving him his stuff early. So for his birthday, I bought him roses the night before, which that's just something sentimental between us. And then the whole weekend, both my brothers came with all their kids. So that was his birthday present. I can hear you laughing, Julie. So
wow.
we took. You
can skip my birthday next year.
I can skip your birthday. So we went to the beach and we went fishing. We had a great time. So I'm taking Wynn to Virginia with me next weekend, by the way. That's part of his birthday present. We're going to take a little trip, spend a couple of extra days there for the event. And he will be there, if I can talk him into it, at the fashion show on Friday. So Virginia, the Sewing Expo, which is next weekend in Fredericksburg. Judy emailed me and said that the classes she wanted already filled up, but I will be there at the fashion show at 12 o'clock on Friday. And I will post times in the Facebook group of when I will be at my booth. I don't know the booth number yet, but I'll post it in there. So if you're there, come by and say hi. You just have to pay for a ticket to get into the show. But if you can't get into any of my classes because they're full, I kind of knew that I'm grateful that happened, but I kind of knew they sold so fast in Texas. So I'm sorry you can't get in. I wish we could double those classes, but I'll still get to see you and I will get a chance to say hi. So the fashion show is at noon on Friday. And let's see. I see a few more questions on here. So that's what I got him. So you guys want to hear, here's your laugh, okay? I'm just going to warn you if you're taking a sip of water. And Julie, I don't know if I told you this yet. You have to love the innocence of children, all right? So, sorry about the sirens. They're not coming here, I don't think. You have to love the innocence of children. Austin, my little nephew, is just turned 4, like the day before Wynn's birthday. And you never know what those ears pick up and what's going to come out of their mouth. But I literally had ice cream come out my nose because I wasn't expecting him to say this, and I laughed so hard. And I think you would do the same too. So I'm just going to give you a visual. So first of all, to put this into context, have any of you remember, or do any of you remember the Kmart commercial from was that like 2 years ago, Julie? The shipping my pants? Shipping. That's P. Shipping.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. So you remember the Kmart commercial where they said that they were shipping their pants, and that was like the funniest thing ever because it was like, seriously? Well, somehow Austin remembered that because we're all sitting around the campfire, and you have to picture this little adorable 4-year-old kid that just walks around, and every once in a while something blurts out of his mouth. And they're asking about my space here. My brother came to see it, and my other brother had not seen it yet. So he's describing it, and we're talking about this back area that's so well lit. That's the shipping area. That's with P's, okay? P, shipping area. And Wynn said, I do all of her shipping, so that's my area, and I like it. There's windows, blah, blah, blah. So as plain as can be, we're all sitting there having this conversation, and here comes Austin, and he comes marching with cake all over his face, and he goes, yes, shipping my pants. I'm shipping my pants. So was not what I was expecting to come out of that kid's mouth. And yes, ice cream came out of my nose. And so my other nephew, Cody, looks at me and says, this is my Cody moment. Aunt Angie, you are the weirdest laugher. You have food coming out your nose. So that is your laugh for the week. You have to love the innocence of children. So that is your laugh for the week, the Kmart commercial. So when you get your new package from shipping from my place, you're going to get a giggle on that. And just know that it was shipped with love, okay? Oh, gosh. So I'm going to go through a few questions, and I can see you guys on here. Oh, that you're so funny. What? Yes, I know. Oh, I didn't put a bow around me. No, you know what, Sandy? I thought about that, but then I decided I'll wait till next year. Although I did have a friend tell me she used saran wrap one time, and she said it was fine, except she got really hot. So we left that one off. Plus, we had all these kids around. That might have been awkward. Okay, so I need to put a picture of Julie up so we can see her.
Oh, goodness. You don't have to do that.
You know what, Terry, I'll bring a picture up. I'll have her come. I wanted her to go live, but I didn't give her enough advance notice. And she said she'll do it next week. Right, Jules?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But I did just text you a picture of my office assistant. If you want to put that up, that's the better picture for the day.
All right, let's see. What do we have on the text message?
Ha!
Text message it is. What did Julie send us? Oh, so okay, you guys will love this. That's Julie's assistant. Is that cute or what? That's her dog. He's having a bad day today. Didn't you say he broke ear infection? Have you ever heard of a dog that has an ear infection?
Well, he's an Irish Wolfhound mix, and so given the size of the ears, I imagine stuff gets down there sometimes.
Oh, yes. Cute dog. All right. Marta says she has the fabric cartons at Joann's for free. Fabric cartons at Joann's for free. I can't even picture what those look like that would be free there.
I can't imagine anything free there.
I can't imagine anything free there either. Okay, so let's see. Jan says she keeps saying that she's going to paint her sewing room. 3 houses and 2 decades later, she still hasn't done that. Okay, Jan, I feel so good because ask me in about 3 decades when I ever get this fabric unpacked, all right? Because that's about when it's going to happen. That's kind of how I feel about those last 3 patterns that I've been waiting to launch. Decades. But you know what? Things come up. It's life, right? Oh, that's a great idea. Yvette said she bought a nightstand for her serger. That is a great idea. In fact, I'm trying to find, if you guys have any suggestions for this one, I have an embroidery table for my 10 needle, and I have this huge table for my 6 needle, but I need that table. It's my cutting. I use that for like moving around with wheels for doing crafting projects besides my cutting table. So I want to find a cute table to put that on, but I don't need the whole wheeled system and everything. Everything has to have wheels, but I just need a nice, cute cabinet. So if you have any ideas on that, let me know. That's for embroidery machines, for that or the Persona. Terry wants to know, can we really come to visit? Yes, I have not planned classes yet, though, but it's going to be at the end of next year, 2019. For those of you in California, in San Diego area, I am working on something next October. I will keep you posted, but at this point, I believe it's the first week of October that I'll be in San Diego, and I will let you know when and where. It's going to be very cool. So many of you from California had asked. I know it's a big state. It's kind of like Florida. So those of you in the southern side, I might be seeing you next October. Okay, here's a few. I'm going to answer just. Here's Gabby. Gabby says, I'll send you a picture of the can of Grab It. Great. Did you guys see that? She got it at Home Depot. I knew I'd find you in here, Gabby. You have inspired all of us to start painting our sewing rooms and organizing. And you couldn't have done this at a better time because I'm just starting to put things together. I do have an idea for you guys, and I will post a photo. I just started screwing it in the wall yesterday. But, you know, my curtain rod that I put on the wall, it reminded me of what you bought from IKEA with the rod with the S-hooks. So I already have like 5 black curtain rods that I use for everything. And I went to put my patterns on there. Julie, you know those hooks that you have for in the bathroom that go like this and then they have little clips?
Yeah.
You can use them for curtains or for shower.
Oh, I like those.
I had 3 bins of that. So I will post a photo in a little bit because it's way on the other side of the room. I can't bring you over there. But they're just rings with little clips. And I'm going to try holding my patterns on there. But what a great idea because they just hang on there. They don't take up any room. And usually I use the garment hooks with a clip, like a binder clip, because I don't punch holes in mine. And this is going to be great. So I'll let you know if it works out.
Oh, that sounds great.
All right. Well, Jules, we're going to say goodbye to you. And I'm going to say bye to everyone because I have to run. It was great seeing you. I hoped you enjoyed the brief demos on both these machines. This blog will be live in October. And if you missed anything and you need links, just send me a note. Otherwise, I will see you next week. I hope to see you next week. We might be driving. We might be flying. I don't know yet to Virginia. But either way, I will keep you posted if the time changes at all. So have a wonderful week. keep in touch. Jules, thanks for your help this week. And
Hey, thanks for having me.
Keep posting photos of your fabric. All right. Bye, guys.